ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजता दधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। आप सभी का स्वागत है।
We welcome all of you to today's Bhagavad Gita class.
और हम अध्ययन कर रहे हैं
We are studying
अध्याय का 23वां श्लोक।
5th chapter, verse 25.
में भगवान ने
Sorry,
बताया
23.
जो बाह्य भोग हैं
The previous verse, Bhagavan explained that the external sense enjoyment results into suffering.
भोगा दुख होने एवते और केवल दुख में ही नहीं होता दुख में ही
Not just suffering, but it is only suffering. It is not that external sense enjoyment gives you happiness as well as suffering.
इनका परिणाम
Bhagavan said its result is suffering only.
तो अब इसको सुनकर मन में ये प्रश्न हो सकता
So now hearing this, one may doubt that if the external sense enjoyment, sense contact gives us only suffering and we want to attain only happiness, because everyone wants happiness, then how to get that happiness? Because we all desire to be happy. There is no jiva that wants to suffer.
तो इसलिए स्वाभाविक प्रश्न होता है
So naturally the question arises that how
तो उसके लिए
can I attain
उन्होंने
the
बोला
happiness? So for that Bhagavan had already said
बाह्य स्पर्श
that
आत्मा विंदति आत्मनि यत् दुखम कि जो बाह्य स्पर्श में आसक्त ना होकर परमात्मा में भगवान
that being detached from external sense contact, one who sees happiness in the Antaratma, in Paramatma, he is actually happy.
विषय हैं
But our mind
होता है
becomes attracted to the
आपने कहा कि
sense objects.
केवल दुख मिलता है
And
तो
you
उसके
said
लिए
that
क्या करें
from sense enjoyment we get only suffering.
इस श्लोक में देते हैं शक्नोति है वह षोढ़ुम प्राक शरीर विमोक्षणात् काम क्रोधोद्भवम वेगम सयुक्तः स सुखी नरः
Translation:
मनुष्य इस
one who
जीवन में
in this very life before casting off the body is able to tolerate the urges arising from desire and anger is situated in equanimity of mind and is a happy person.
ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण सूत्र भगवान यहाँ पर बताते हैं कि किस
So here Bhagavan is telling very important point how we can be happy.
का जो सूत्र है वो यही है कि हमारा जो आकर्षण होता है और उससे हमारे मन
So the formula is that whatever we become attracted to and then desire arises, that desire it leads to urge. So we have to control that urge, we have to tolerate that urge.
कि हमारी इंद्रियां जब किसी
So we all have this experience that when our senses see sense objects, then there is a reaction in our mind
करता है विकर्षित करता है
that either that object
ऐसा लगता है
is attractive to us or it is repulsive.
चाहे
Either we like it or we dislike it.
प्राप्त करने की इच्छा हो या ना हो
Whether we desire to obtain that object or no, but a thought definitely arises in the mind.
वस्तु को आप देखें
Whenever we see any object or any person,
तो मन में एक विचार स्वतः ही
then
आता है कि
naturally
है
a thought comes in the mind whether this is beautiful or no.
कोई प्राप्त कर
It is not necessary that I have to obtain it, but this desire definitely arises. This thought definitely arises.
सूक्ष्म रूप से
And when we get this thought, then this thought itself is a subtle form of desire.
प्राप्त करने की इच्छा होती है
When we desire to obtain anything, then before that we have sankalpa.
संकल्प प्रभव कामन भगवान कहते हैं कि जो काम है
Bhagavan says that kama arises from sankalpa. Now what is this sankalpa?
किसी क्रिया को दो किसी गुण को देखकर हमारे मन में जो एक
By seeing any object or activity,
आती है वही संकल्प है
the thought, the feeling that we get, that is sankalpa.
इसका मतलब
So when that sankalpa is there, definitely there will be desire also. May not be immediately at that time, but that sankalpa is the bead, is the seed of the desire.
अच्छा और बुरा लगना किससे होता है ये हमारे अंदर जो संस्कार बैठे हुए हैं
And what makes something attractive or repulsive, that is due to our previous samskaras.
व्यक्ति को अच्छी नहीं लगती
Because one same object is not attractive to everyone. Same item of food is not favorable to everyone. Same environment, same clothes,
हमारे अंदर
same place, they are not equally attractive to everyone. So we have the samskaras, and due to these samskaras we find something attractive or repulsive,
ये स्वाभाविक ही होता है
and this happens naturally.
कोई अपनी बुद्धि का प्रयोग करके नहीं कहते कि
It is not that we are using our intelligence and then thinking whether I should like something or dislike something.
वो तो तब है जब
That happens
बात करता
only when somebody speaks about dharma or some social rules, that this is not right. That happens later, but
होती है
your natural reaction
मैं वो स्वतः चालित है
that happens automatically.
आप अपनी समझ से कुछ नहीं सोच कर ऐसा निर्णय करते हैं कि अच्छा है।
You do not decide that knowingly that this is good or bad.
तो वो जो संकल्प से फिर इच्छा होती है और इच्छा से
So then from sankalpa we have desire,
पूर्ति ना
and
होता है।
when desire is not fulfilled,
दो जो
then there is anger.
महत्वपूर्ण चीज है काम और
So these two are very important points,
और इनका एक वेग
kama and krodha,
वेग
lust and anger, and they have urge,
बहाने की शक्ति जैसे
force.
नदी में बाढ़ आ जाए तो कहते हैं बहुत वेग
Like if there is a flood in the river, then we say that water is flowing very
तेज
forcefully,
गति हो नदी की,
so fast
उसमें
speed.
कुछ डालो उसको बहा के ले जाएंगे।
So if you put anything in that river in that condition,
तो ऐसे ही हमारे
it will
मन
be
के जो ख्याल,
taken away
जो इच्छाएं होती
by the speed of the water.
हैं, ये हमको बहा कर ले जाती हैं। इनका एक वेग
So these desires, these urges that we have in the mind,
मन में एक बार
they
बैठ जाए
take us away along with the force.
वो बहुत प्रबल रूप से
So when we have some desire, then it takes hold of us, it starts controlling
क्रिया
us.
करते हैं
And
और उस क्रिया का परिणाम फिर दुख में होता है। कोई भी कामना हो, भौतिक कामना, बाह्य विषय की कोई भी कामना, उसका परिणाम दुख ही होगा। इसमें कोई दो विकल्प नहीं है। कभी भी हमारी बुद्धि इस पर विचार नहीं करती है।
our buddhi does not think about that.
दुख होगा, विषाद होगा।
So its result will be either suffering, dejection.
और ये वास्तव में एक सार्वभौम सत्य है।
And this is actually a universal truth. This is why Bhagavan said,
लेकिन
this is the source of suffering.
वास्तविकता यही है,
But the truth is that we all are running after that only.
कर रहे हैं
Whatever activities we are performing,
कि हम सोच
we are doing that for
सुख मिलेगा
getting the external sense objects only.
और उसका परिणाम केवल दुख।
We think that we will get happiness, but it ends up in suffering, dejection.
भगवान यहाँ मना करते हैं
That is why here Bhagavan is forbidding us from running after sense objects.
शक्नोति सोढ़म, ये है जो उसको सहन कर लेता है,
One who can tolerate those urges,
नहीं करता है।
meaning he does not act upon those desires, he does not strive to fulfill those desires.
आजकल एक भ्रांति है मन में,
But nowadays there is the misconception in the mind that if we
कि हमको खुली छूट हो तो उसको स्वतंत्रता बोलते हैं।
if we have
जिसको हम
freedom to fulfill our desires, this is actually called freedom. People think like that, especially the young generation
तो मेरे को एक
says that who are you to advise me,
मत दो।
don't give me all this lecture.
तो एक वीडियो में एक डॉक्टर बता रहे थे,
I saw one video in which a doctor was narrating a true incident.
बहुत सुंदर लड़की को देखा और उसके बहुत बाल रंग बिरंगे थे, तो उसको देख रहे थे, उसके आगे जाके देखा, पीछे से देखा, साइड से देखा। तो उस युवती ने पूछा उनको कि आप क्या देख रहे हैं?
So the doctor, he saw
तो उसने लड़की ने सोचा कि ये मेरे सौंदर्य को देख रहा है, तो उसने कहा नहीं, मैं आपके बाल
the body of a girl,
जो बाल
and she asked that what are you seeing?
तो इनको मैं देख रहा हूँ।
The doctor said, I am seeing your hair, you have dyed in different ways.
अच्छे बुरे की बात नहीं है, मैं
The girl asked, do you like this? So the doctor advised, no, you should not dye your hair like this because the dye contains lead which is harmful for health.
तो उस लड़की ने कहा कि अच्छा आपने ज्ञान दिया मेरे को, आपके लिए बहुत धन्यवाद।
So the girl replied, thank you for your lecture.
फिर वो डॉक्टर कहता है कि
Now
कई महीने बाद
you can leave.
उसमें था,
So after many months, the doctor was in his clinic, and there was an emergency case.
केस है किडनी का, किडनी फेलियर का, उसको देखो। तो मैं गया तो देखा एक बहुत
The nurse said that there is an emergency case of kidney failure, and the doctor saw that young woman was lying down. And when I went, the doctor said, when I went near her, she caught hold of my hand tightly and requested me to save her.
क्योंकि इतने पेशेंट रोज
So the doctor said
हालत भी खराब थी,
he could not recognize her
वही लड़की
because he used to treat so many patients daily. So then the girl replied that I am that same one about to whom you had advised not to dye the hair. The doctor said that she was not in a condition to be saved.
तो लोग आजकल ऐसा ही सोचते
It was not possible to save her. So nowadays, people think that if we are given the freedom to do whatever we like,
बोलते हैं ना,
because people say that this is my hair, I dye it whatever way, who are you to lecture me? Whatever I like to eat, who are you to lecture me?
हानिकारक है,
So nowadays, nobody wants
उसका परिणाम उनको
wants any advice, but then they have to suffer also.
तो जो धर्म बनाया था
So the dharma that Shastra has created, it was created with this idea only. Because we know that there are four purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So now kama itself is the real purushartha in the society. People just want to fulfill their desires, and in order to fulfill kama, they need artha. So only kama and artha are the remaining purusharthas. Nobody wants to hear about dharma, nobody is interested in moksha. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha was created with the idea that you enjoy artha and kama in such a way that you do not end up suffering. So here, the kama and krodh that Bhagavan is talking about, this is that kama krodh which is not opposed to dharma. Because later in Gita, Bhagavan himself will say,
कामोस्मि भरतर्षभ, कहते हैं कि जो धर्म के विरुद्ध नहीं है वो काम में हूं.
he says that the kama which is not opposed to dharma, I am myself that kama. So Bhagavan does not forbid that kama. So here,
काम क्रोध से उद्भव जो वेग है उसको आप
the urges of kama and krodh that Bhagavan is forbidding, it is the urge of kama and krodh which is opposed to dharma.
और
That is what Bhagavan is forbidding.
इसको अगर हम रोकेंगे नहीं तो
And if we do not stop this kama and krodha, then it will result only into suffering.
समाज में देखते हैं
And today we see in the society that
काम की जो खुली छूट है
the open freedom that is given to people to fulfill their kama,
अर्थ बढ़ेगा,
as artha will increase,
जितना ज्यादा समाज जो है वो समृद्ध होगा,
as people will become more wealthy, prosperous, and they will easily get wealth,
बढ़ेगा.
then kama will also increase.
धार्मिक व्यक्ति नहीं है,
Because if the person is not religious, what will he do with his wealth? He will just engage it in fulfilling his desires.
परिणाम अब देखने को मिल रहा है कि
And now we can see the result that all the prosperous countries, they have maximum mental patients.
जितने ज्यादा लोग मानसिक रोगी हैं,
More than half of the population in those countries, in those prosperous countries, is mentally sick. They are suffering from depression, dejection. It's a very common problem among people. Why? Because of this reason.
ये आपको विषाद में ले जाएगा, दुख में.
Because this karma, it will lead you into depression. It will make you suffer from loneliness.
उसका फिर उसके लिए फिर आदमी उसको उससे बचने के लिए क्या करेगा,
And in order to protect oneself from that, people engage in addictions. So nowadays in society we see depression, addictions,
ऐसा
restlessness,
इतिहास में कभी नहीं.
dejection. It is at such a high degree that was never before seen in this world.
आप खुली छूट दे दोगे
So if you give full freedom to this karma,
तो इसका परिणाम ये होगा,
neglecting dharma,
आप दबाओ
this will be the result. And if you suppress it,
तो उसका भी गलत परिणाम निकले.
then that will also lead to unfavorable result.
भगवान जो यहाँ यहाँ शोधुम कह रहे हैं
So
उसका
Bhagavan is telling Shodhum, that does not mean suppression,
दबा आप नहीं सकते हो,
because you cannot suppress kama,
दबाओगे तो ये
and
समस्या
if you suppress it, then it will lead to mental problems,
कुछ ना कुछ
restlessness, and you will keep searching for some solution.
तो इसलिए भगवान कहते हैं सही
That is why
युक्त है,
Bhagavan says this person is yukta.
क्षमता है,
Yukta meaning he is situated in equanimity of mind.
तस्य च भावना। सो जो युक्त नहीं है वो अशांत रहेगा, न
So one who is not
शांत से कुतः सुखम।
yukta, he will not be peaceful,
इसका मतलब है कि उसका मन जो है
and then he cannot be happy.
रहेगा।
So here yukta means his mind will be peaceful, and it is that peace is only possible, as he will tell in the next verse.
उस मन को आप अंतर यानी कि आप आत्मा
Unless
परमात्मा में नहीं लगाएंगे,
unless you engage that mind
कामना का आप
in the Atma, Paramatma, then till then your mind will keep troubling you.
वो स्त्री पुरुष के
And this urge of kama
में लिया जाता है।
can also be taken in the sense of
दूसरा
sexual intercourse.
भोग को भी काम बोलते हैं।
That is also called kama.
तो ये हमको हमारी आत्मा से परमात्मा से दूर ले जाता है।
So this kama takes us away from the Atma, Paramatma.
काम नहीं,
Tulsidas ji says, where there is kama, there is no Rama, and where there is Rama, there is no kama.
रवि रजनी एक ठाम कहते हैं कि जैसे दिन और रात
He
एक साथ
says,
नहीं होते हैं,
just like day, sunlight, just like sun and night cannot be at the same present at the same time, at the same place.
काम और राम
Similarly, Kama and Rama are also like that.
में काम बैठा हुआ है,
If there is Kama in the Chitta,
भूल नहीं जाए वो भुलाई
then forget Rama. What to speak of forgetting? That Kama will make you forget Bhagavan.
राम है,
And if there is, and Rama is there in the, if Rama is in the Chitta, there is no place for Kama. It is not possible for Kama to enter.
सूत्र यहाँ भगवान
So Bhagavan is explaining that formula only here, that how
को रोकना है इस वेग को।
how to stop this urge, this veg.
व्यक्ति भय से भी रोक सकता है,
And people can stop this urge out of fear also,
उनका भय
fear of society, fear of the law.
कानून बनाते हैं ना कि
That's why laws are made, law against rape and so many other crimes.
अगर आप
But
इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि कानून
if you are
पकड़ेगा, दंडित करेगा,
not engaging in the sinful act just out of fear of
कामना रही तो आप
being punished by law, but you have the desire within, then you are just trying to suppress it, and then you will still not be peaceful, and then you cannot be called yukta.
और वो सुखी नहीं होगा।
You cannot be happy,
लोभ से भी आप वेग को रोक सकते हैं,
and you can try to control this urge due to greed also.
वो ग्राहक आपको पसंद नहीं है,
Maybe you have a customer at your shop, you do not like that customer, he talks in a very arrogant way, but because you have to sell your product, you try to control your mind, your anger.
कर दूं मैं,
You feel like slapping him, but then you externally talk happily, nicely. Why? Because you
भी हो सकता है, भय से भी हो
want the money. So this controlling urge can be due to greed, due to fear,
इच्छा पूरी करना,
or maybe you do not have the means necessary to fulfill that kama. You do not have the wealth, or you do not have the physical strength. Then also you try to suppress the urge. So all these means of suppression will not make you happy.
समाज में व्यवस्था बनाने के लिए वो
But for maintaining the society, all this is fine. That is why there are laws, rules and regulations in the society. You have police. This is why
कि सारी
you have to keep police.
को व्यक्ति क्यों तोड़ता है,
Why people break the laws?
कामना रहती है उसी के लिए
Because there are desires in the mind.
करना चाहता है,
They want to fulfill their desires,
क्योंकि हानि होगी, दूसरी
and
शांति होगी,
by fulfilling those desires, others will end up suffering or they will be troubled. That's why laws are made. Law is also a type of dharma. Dharma means a
धारणा का
social
जो होता
setup,
है
a social system
समाज की व्यवस्था को धारण करके
that
धर्म
which maintains, upholds the order in society.
बनाया जाता है,
That is why it is made.
लेकिन
But
वो भी एक आत्यंतिक समाधान नहीं है समस्या का।
that is also not
समाधान
an
तो वही है कि
ultimate
आपका
solution
जो है वो युक्त हो जाए,
of the problem. Ultimate solution is that your mind becomes yukta.
योग हो, युक्त माने योग होना,
Yukta means to have yoga.
तो वो कामना आएगी ही नहीं फिर।
So then you will not have that desire only.
भक्ति की जो लक्षण
The
दिया है, उसमें एक
bhakti lakshana that is explained by Sri Rupa Goswami, Anyabhilashita Shunyam, then other desire will not arise itself in the mind.
भगवान यहाँ पर बताते हैं। और आज का समाज क्या है,
That's why
इसके विरुद्ध
Bhagavan is explaining this verse. And today's society
ये कंपनियां जो कुछ उत्पाद बनाती
is functioning against.
हैं और वे अपने उत्पाद को बेचना चाहती हैं, तो उसके लिए
People want,
विज्ञापन बनाते हैं।
companies are manufacturing products, they are making they are showing advertisements. And what is the role of this advertisement? Its only role is to generate desire in your mind. You do not have the desire, but the advertisement will be framed in such a way that you will start getting desire.
साधारण
And for that,
सिद्धांत है,
the
वो ये
simple principle is
व्यक्ति है उसको पकड़ के ले आओ,
just get hold of a beautiful person, because every person wants to appear beautiful. We all have this desire to appear beautiful because Bhagavan is the most beautiful. So we also have
देखें
this desire
है वो
to be seen by others.
आकर्षित करते हैं, हमारे
Bhagavan's name is Krishna. He is all attractive.
आकर्षित हों।
So we also have this desire that we should be appear attractive to others. And attraction happens due to beauty.
बनना चाहते हैं,
So we also want to appear like that.
जो है वो इस
So these advertising agencies, they know this concept. So they
स्त्रियां लाते हैं,
engage a beautiful person,
कि व्यक्ति सुंदर को देखेगा
whether man or woman. So the person will see the beautiful person and purchase that object. Now there is no connection with that
लेकिन
person and the object, but our mind becomes attracted by the beauty of the person, and
बताई जाती
then the object is also displayed in a very attractive way, and its qualities are advertised. And then seeing all that, samskara is created in our chitta.
के लिए फिर आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी
And then there are desires, and then we have to work hard to fulfill those desires.
कि ये जप करने के लिए मेरे पास समय नहीं है, तो कहो ना कि थोड़ा गीता पढ़ लो,
Then people say, I do not have time to chant japa. If you tell them study Gita, they say we do not have time. Because why do not have time? Because you gave your time to the advertising companies.
मैं कामना भर दी,
They have got hold of your mind, they have filled desires in your mind. Now you have to work hard to fulfill those desires.
वहाँ राम नहीं,
So you do not have time for Bhagavan.
काम के लिए व्यस्त हैं, कामना पूर्ति के लिए, तो राम के लिए समय कहाँ मिले?
If we are busy fulfilling our kama, then where do we have time for Rama?
एक समस्या है समाज की,
So this is the problem of the modern society.
बनाया गया है, धर्म से कोई लेना देना नहीं है,
And this current society has
समाज
nothing to do with dharma, and it will always keep suffering no matter how much you increase your GDP. Nowadays the development indicator is GDP.
भी बढ़ रही है, तो
If GDP is increasing,
व्यवस्था
they say the economy is developing, but what will be the result of that financial progress? Everyone has money,
बहुत उत्पाद खरीद सकते हैं,
everyone can purchase lot of products, but are they happy?
जितना जितना
No.
आर्थिक व्यवस्था बढ़ेगी उतनी उतना मानसिक
The more
बढ़ेगा,
your economic progress will be there, you will have mental problems, you will suffer, you will be dejected,
कोई प्रसन्नता नहीं है चेहरे पे,
you will appear very morose. That's why people appear so morose. There is no
तो इसका मूल
enthusiasm to be seen in them.
कारण हैं, तो दूसरा
This is the main reason That's what Bhagavan says. And then he says iha eva, meaning here itself. He is not telling that you do this yajna or this charity and then after dying you will get swarga,
सपना नहीं दिखा,
apsaras.
बोला यहीं पर ही
No, Bhagavan is not showing any dream. He is telling here in this life itself you will experience. And if you cannot experience in this life, then who knows what will you experience in the next life.
आध्यात्मिक मार्ग जो है वो स्वर्ग की
So this spiritual path is not like the other path where a swarga is promised to you.
होना चाहिए.
In this spiritual path, you have to experience here itself, in this life, happiness, peace.
बहुत प्रायोगिक चीज है.
So this is a very practical path.
शांति
What everyone wants, peace, happiness. For that, Bhagavan is telling,
यही तो चाहते हैं, इसलिए वो कहते हैं कि अरे गीता पढ़ के क्या होगा. लोग कहते
that's what Bhagavan is telling. What is the use of studying? People say, what is the use of studying Gita? It is an old-fashioned concept. So what is old in that? You want to be happy or no? So Bhagavan is explaining the formula for happiness, the formula that no one else will teach, and whatever others are promising to you that this will make you happy, that will make you happy, it will not make you happy. Bhagavan is explaining that. But still, people do not want to study Gita. This is such a misfortune.
माने ये हमारे लिए संभव है.
So Bhagavan is telling this is possible for us.
संभव ना होता तो वो ना
If it would not have been possible for a human being to attain this happiness, Bhagavan would not have taught that.
दिया जाता है. जो
When you teach something to somebody, then you teach only that which is possible for the other person to follow.
की मूर्खता है.
If he does not have the ability to follow that, then it is the foolishness of the teacher.
और यह एवं
So Bhagavan is telling that here itself, in this life,
ऐसा सोचते रहते हैं.
don't think about death. People think that at the time of death, I will chant the name of Bhagavan, because people have heard that at the time of death, if one chants the name of Bhagavan, he will
भगवान का
attain the supreme destination.
शक्तिशाली है कि मरने के समय भी अगर आप नाम
So if Bhagavan's name is so powerful that you will become liberated while chanting at the time of death, why not chant while living?
ये टॉनिक या ये दवाई बहुत शक्तिशाली है तो कहता
If somebody tells you that this medicine is very powerful, then do you say that no, I will take this medicine at the time of death? No, you want to take it immediately. So similarly, if Bhagavan's name is so powerful, then why not chant now? What is the guarantee that you will remember the name at the time of death?
राग शरीर
So Bhagavan is telling here itself,
शरीर छोड़ने से पहले
before giving up this body,
छोड़ दोगे तब तो बढ़िया है, आपका शरीर में कोई काम क्रोध नहीं आएगा.
after giving up this body,
कि मैं मरने के बाद में काम क्रोध से मुक्त हो जाऊंगा क्योंकि मेरे शरीर में कोई कामना नहीं होगी. तो कहते हैं प्राक शरीर विमोक्षणात्, मरने से पहले ये
Bhagavan is telling you have to do this before dying,
और तब
and this is possible, and only then will you become happy.
यानी कि वही
And Bhagavan is telling that is actually a human being. What does that mean?
दूसरे लोग मनुष्य नहीं है.
The others who are not following this formula, they are not human beings.
आवृतम ज्ञानम तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः, जिनका ज्ञान
They are only jantu. Bhagavan told earlier that those whose knowledge is covered,
पशु ऐसे ही होते हैं ना.
they are pashu, they are
ऐसे
animals.
पशु भी अच्छे हैं. पशु तो सुखी
But actually, even animals are better than such human beings, because animals do not have any stress, no depression, no dejection. They do not feel any loneliness.
खाना चाहिए.
They do not bother that every day I want a new food.
तो उनको कोई जामिता नहीं होती.
They can eat the same food daily. They do not have any problem. So one who is following this instruction, what Bhagavan is teaching here, he is actually called a human being. So the point is that
पथ का पथ
human being can be called a human being only if he follows spirituality. One who does not follow spirituality, actually according to Bhagavan, he is not a human being, he is an animal.
मिला है.
Because human body is given
अगर आपको समझ नहीं आता है तो
only for this purpose, And if you do not understand this also, at least you can understand that you want to become happy. So Bhagavan is teaching how to become happy. And he's telling the formula that you are following for happiness, it will not give you happiness. So you can try it out. All those people whom you see in the advertisements who appear very beautiful, very strong, sturdy, very happy.
जीवन जाके देखो तो
So go and investigate their personal life and you will see
दुखी मिलेंगे आपको,
what is the truth.
कोई ही विरला होगा जो दुखी नहीं
Most of them will
ट्राई करके कुछ
are most of them are suffering
है।
and most of them have addictions.
क्यों करते हैं? अगर आप सुखी, जो व्यक्ति सुखी है
So
वो क्यों करेगा?
why are they addicted? A person who is happy, why will he engage in addictions?
ये सबसे बड़ा नशा है।
This spiritual happiness, it is the biggest addiction. All other addictions are trivial
इच्छा ही नहीं होगी आपको, आवश्यकता ही
compared to this. You will not have any desire for any addiction ever if you get spiritual happiness.
तो ये
So for that reason Bhagavan is telling here.
भवम वेगम के
And another point that he is making here is
ये साधना की अवस्था है। और इससे ये भी है कि कोई साधु है, कोई साधु मार्ग में, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि उसके मन में कभी क्रोध आएगा ही नहीं।
if somebody is on the spiritual path, somebody is a sadhak, a sadhu, it does not mean that he will not have any desire in the mind. No desire will arise. Desire will arise, but he will not be affected by that. An ordinary person, he lives only for fulfilling karma.
किसी के लिए नहीं जी रहा,
He has no other purpose in his life.
कामस्य चेष्टितम। हर एक व्यक्ति के मन में कामना बैठी हुई है कुछ।
Every person has so many desires in his mind. He wants to become this or that and says that only then I will become happy.
कोई उसका जीवन है और
And that is his life.
चक्कर में लगा रहेगा। एक कामना की पूर्ति करो, जब वो पूर्ति हो गई तो उससे सुख भुख तो कुछ मिला नहीं और कामनाएं खड़ी हो गई, अब उनको पूर्ति करो।
So fulfill one desire, you do not get any happiness, then again try to fulfill new desire, again new desire, and in this way you die one day. And what happiness did you get? You have no idea.
थोड़ी देर के लिए कुछ अनुभूति होती है,
So you just get some temporary feeling of happiness, but mostly
संबंध बना
people keep tolerating
बनाने से मेरे को
problems whole life.
बाद में
They make relations thinking that by making these relations I will be happy,
हमें कुछ सुख भुख रहता
but then they do not get any happiness. They just keep tolerating those relations. Mostly there is fighting only.
तो इसलिए भगवान कहते
That is why Bhagavan says
हैं युक्त है स सुखी नर, वो युक्त है वो सुखी है।
such a person is happy. He is yukta.
आज का जो वैज्ञानिक युग है,
And today's scientific age,
आप किसी भी डॉक्टर से,
if
किसी भी साइंटिस्ट से,
you
किसी भी सोशलिस्ट समाजशास्त्री से, किसी भी विद्वान जो भौतिक विद्वान व्यक्ति हैं उनसे बात कर लीजिए,
if you speak to any doctor, any scientist, any philosopher of socialism,
वो आपको ये कभी नहीं कह सकते हैं कि
they say that this is life.
कामनाओं से मुक्त हो सकते हो।
They will never say that you can actually become free from these desires and then you will be happy.
कि आप
Nobody will speak like this,
वेग से मुक्त हो सकते हो।
that you can become free from the urges of karma. They say that this is normal in life.
इसका कोई समाधान है ही नहीं,
So they do not have any solution for this.
इसी को बढ़ावा देते हैं इसलिए।
And they keep encouraging more and more desires.
उनके पास में
That means
समस्याओं का वास्तव में कोई समाधान
actually they do not have any solution to our problems.
दिया जाता है,
But then they get Nobel Prize.
सुनते हैं।
We listen to them only. That is what is taught to us.
तो भगवान ने तो स्पष्ट कहा है,
So Bhagavan has told clearly,
तू काम
even in Manusmriti it is said
कि ये जो काम है इनका उपभोग करने से कामना शांत नहीं होगी।
that by fulfilling the desires,
इस प्रकार से वो और बढ़ेगी।
you will not be pacified. It is like pouring ghee
कृष्ण
in the fire.
पुनरेव भूय एव विवर्धते, वो बढ़ती जाएंगी। इसलिए
It will keep increasing. That's why in the 11th canto there is the story of Pingala.
परिणाम कंक्लूजन निकला, निष्कर्ष उन्होंने कहा आशा ही परमम दुख।
So there also the same conclusion is there,
उन्होंने कहा कि दुख का मूल कारण जो है
that the
कामना ही है।
main cause of dukkha, suffering is this desire.
भगवान यहाँ पर बताते हैं।
So this is what Bhagavan is teaching here.
और इसको सहन जो व्यक्ति करेगा,
And one who will tolerate
क्या
this,
परिणाम होगा,
what result will he
प्राप्त
get?
होगा या नहीं होगा।
Will he get happiness or no?
श्लोक में भी कहा, आगे
What
आने वाले
happiness?
श्लोक में भी भगवान उसको और स्पष्ट करते हैं।
Bhagavan explained that here, but he will clarify this further in 24th verse.
तथा अंतर ज्योतिरेव यः सयोगी ब्रह्म
Translation: one whose happiness is within, whose enjoyment is within, and who is indeed illumined within, such a yogi who has realized Brahman attains liberation in the absolute, Brahma Nirvana. So one he gets this internal happiness.
और जिसकी दृष्टि
Bhagavan is explaining that.
पर ही केंद्रित है, ऐसा योगी जिसने ब्रह्म का साक्षात्कार कर लिया है, वह मोक्ष ब्रह्म निर्वाण प्राप्त करता है। तो यहाँ पर आंतरिक सुख,
So here
आंतरिक आराम और आंतरिक ज्योति,
Bhagavan is talking about internal sukha, arama and jyoti.
पहले भी कहते हैं
3 points.
सुख दो प्रकार का है, एक जो बाह्य विषयों से आता है और एक
So earlier also he told that
आत्मा के स्तर
happiness is internal and external. Internal means the spiritual happiness that you get from Paramatma.
सुख है।
So this spiritual
आज का आधुनिक
happiness is unknown to modern science, and it is not possible also.
तो आज के आध्यात्मिक जो मनीषी गण हैं, जो आज के आधुनिक जो मनीषी गण हैं,
So today's modern
इस सुख का कोई
scholars, experts,
पता नहीं है।
they do not have any idea about this spiritual happiness, and it is not possible also for them to know about this because this is not their subject.
उनका ज्ञान जो है
That is why their knowledge
ठीक है,
is fine at till a certain level, but that also has a limit.
उनका ज्ञान ही है।
After that, it is all ignorance only.
तो ये हमको समझना पड़ेगा।
So this is what we have to understand,
हमें अपने जीवन में
that
उठाना है,
if we actually want to become happy in our life,
ज्ञान है,
then this modern knowledge
संभव नहीं है।
cannot give this spiritual happiness. It is not possible
उनकी एक सीमा है और वो सीमा ये
because they have a limit, and their limit is this externals, this sense objects.
से बाह्य विषयों से हम
Bhagavan is teaching here that
और उसका परिणाम दुख होता है।
how we experience happiness through sense objects. Similarly, there is another happiness also which is not dependent on any sense objects, and it does not
वो बहुत आवश्यक
give any suffering, it gives happiness only, this spiritual happiness.
आंतरिक सुख,
So Bhagavan is telling here,
आत्मिक सुख है।
this internal happiness means the spiritual happiness, it is not connected with any sense object. Like you sleep at night, and when you are in deep sleep,
ऐसे नहीं आता,
you experience happiness, sukha, that is not from any sense object.
किसी विषय से कोई संपर्क नहीं होता है, लेकिन फिर भी सुख की अनुभूति होती है।
So we do not have any sense contact there,
भिन्न प्रकार
any contact of sense object. So at least we can understand that there is a different type of happiness which is different from the sensory happiness.
विश्वास वाली बात नहीं है। तो सबके
It is not something about, it is not something superstitious. Everyone experiences that in deep sleep.
जीवन में
So at least we should analyze this much in our life,
और हर
that
भोगता है, चाहे वो खाने से, पीने से, देखने से, किसी से भी। लेकिन हर व्यक्ति सोता भी है रात
we experience sensory happiness, and we also experience another happiness in deep sleep. So at least we understand that when Bhagavan is talking about two types of happiness, that is true. And we also know that the happiness of second type experienced in deep sleep, it is not from any sense objects, and it is much deeper. And because it is not from any sense objects,
जब विषाद होता है कि क्योंकि जो हम विषय से सुख भोगते हैं,
the happiness that we experience from sense objects, after experiencing that we get the samskara, and then we want that happiness again.
नहीं है कि
So it is not
भोग फिर मिल जाए,
guaranteed that you will get that happiness again.
मिल जाए,
in the or in the say even if you get in the same quantity whenever you want,
उसी मात्रा में मिल जाए, जैसा चाहे वैसा मिल जाए, तो भी जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको उतना ही आनंद आएगा।
and still even if you get that, there is no guarantee you that you will experience same level of happiness. If you are disturbed, even after engaging in with that sense object, you will not get the same happiness.
तो ये एक प्रकार से हम विश्लेषण करके समझ सकते हैं कि भगवान
But the happiness in deep sleep, that is same only. So we can understand that what Bhagavan is explaining is not wrong, it is correct.
को अगर हम जागृत अवस्था में
And
देखें, वही आध्यात्मिक सुख
this is from the material nature. Now, if we engage in the awake state, we can strive to obtain the spiritual happiness through sadhana.
तो ये परमात्मा के चिंतन से, परमात्मा के मनन से,
So, by meditating on Paramatma, deliberating on Him, this spiritual happiness is possible.
इसका दूसरा लाभ है।
And it does not need any money.
उसके लिए आपको बड़ी मेहनत
For getting sensory happiness, sensual happiness, you have to become qualified, you have to spend money, you have to study so much,
कंपटीशन में बैठो,
you have to write competitive exams, and then you get some job,
विषय प्राप्त करो।
then you get these sensory sense objects.
व्यक्ति प्राप्त नहीं कर सकता।
So everybody cannot attain this. But the spiritual happiness, this is possible for everyone. Everyone is not equally qualified to get every sense object.
जब इसको एक बार आप प्राप्त
But everyone can get this spiritual happiness. And once you get this, it will be permanent.
भौतिक विषय बदल
Because those sense objects, they are material, they keep changing, they are temporary. But Bhagavan is eternal, permanent.
सब जगह है, वो विषय तो सब जगह नहीं है ना।
He is not running away anywhere. But the sense object, Bhagavan is everywhere. Sense objects are not everywhere.
कहीं भी चले जाओ, बाथरूम में चले जाओ, वहां भी
Bhagavan is everywhere. He is even there in the bathroom.
तो सर्वत्र सर्वदा और सबके लिए
So everywhere, all the time, for every person, he is always available. And once you attain him, then it is permanent.
सोचना चाहिए। तो इसलिए कहते हैं
So we should think about this.
अंतर आराम, और ये वास्तव में ये जो अंत सुख है, यही वास्तविक स्वतंत्रता
And this internal happiness, this is actual freedom.
सुख के पीछे दौड़ रहा है, वो कभी
People who are running after sense objects, they will never become free. They will always
भिखारी है।
remain dependent. They are actually, such a person is beggar. He is begging.
इसलिए आप स्कूल जाओ, कॉलेज जाओ, पढ़ो,
So whether you go to school, college, university, get PhD, whatever, what are you after that? You are still a beggar.
घर जाओ,
You are begging for a job.
को रख लो,
Please employ me. Give me this, give me that. So you are begging only or no? But here, what Bhagavan is teaching, here you become like king.
ये भिखारी व्यक्ति फिर दूसरे
And this
से संबंध बनाना चाहता है,
and the beggar wants to make relation with another beggar, and then together they think that we will become rich.
देखते हो
So you yourself are a beggar.
शादी हो जाए,
You see another person and you think that if I can marry him or her,
अब दो
I will become happy. So he or she is also a beggar. So two beggars come together. How will they become happy?
लेकिन भगवान तो सुख
But
स्वरूप है,
Bhagavan is Sukha Swarup. He is Satchidananda Vigraha.
सुख मिलेगा ही, क्योंकि इनका स्वरूप
So with him, you will obviously be happy only.
आप सुख लेना चाहते हैं, उसका सुख स्वरूप थोड़ा ही है, वो तो चमड़ी के नीचे कुछ है नहीं।
And here with the person with whom you want to become happy, how will you get happiness from that person? The beauty that you see, it is simply skin deep. If you analyze, there is no real beauty.
मेरे को आप गहराई से देखने लगे तो वहाँ
If you analyze any beautiful person deeply, there is no beauty. It is just an imagination in the mind. It is due to the samskara.
भगवान वास्तव में सुंदर,
But Bhagavan is actually beautiful.
तो इसलिए भिखारी हमें नहीं बनना है,
So we should not become beggar. We want to become king.
तभी बनेंगे, और तभी
So that is only possible by following what Bhagavan is teaching. Then you will actually get the aram.
रह सकते हैं। पर यहाँ तो आराम मिलता नहीं है, जितना ज्यादा
But in these material endeavors, there is no rest, there is no aram. The more you get, the more you keep working hard. A very rich person was going somewhere. He saw that a person is sitting under a tree
के पास में
quietly. So he went to that person and he asked, "What are you doing?"
क्या मैं आराम कर रहा हूँ।
He said that I am taking rest.
तो उसने कहा कि काम क्यों नहीं करते,
So this person said that why don't you work?
करके क्या होगा।
He said, what is the use of working?
कहा, यार तुम नौकरी करो,
He
पैसे
said, Are
कमाओ,
you should do some job, earn money,
फिर
or
क्या
do
होगा,
some business.
जब
And then
फायदा
that person
होगा,
said, then what will happen?
होगा पेड़ के
So
नीचे
the other
बैठो,
one said that then you will have a
क्या
big
होगा,
building,
और जब आपके
you
पास
can
पैसा होगा फिर आपको
sit
घूम फिर के
sit
अच्छा होगा।
inside there, then you will have
तो वही
money,
चीज
you
होगी।
can roam around. So this other person who was taking rest, he said, that's what I'm already doing. You are working so hard and taking and accumulating all this
तो कहने का
and then
मतलब
going to
यही
take
है,
rest. I'm already taking rest. So the point is not that you should not be hard working,
आराम करने के
but then why do you want to work hard? So that you can get
आदमी
rest, you
5 दिन
can
6 दिन
relax,
नौकरी करता है,
but you do not get any opportunity to relax.
आराम करेगा, लेकिन
You work for 6 days and Sunday is a holiday
इधर भागो उधर
so that you can take rest, but you end up working more on Sunday, run around here and there, meet so many people. So this aram, what Bhagavan is teaching, the rest it will be internal. Nobody can take it away from you.
लेकिन अंदर वाले को
In material endeavors, even if you are taking rest, somebody will come to meet you, he will take away your rest.
ज्ञान जो बनाता
In Sanskrit, aram also means garden.
तो ये आपका बगीचा है, बगीचा
So
मतलब
this
जहाँ
is your garden,
मुक्त होता
like where garden means where you are
मिलती है,
stress free,
देखकर प्रसन्न
you have fresh air,
वर्धन होता
you feel happy.
है, वो उसका अंदर ही है।
So that is internal.
अंतः ज्योतिरेव च,
And then antah jyoti.
का मतलब होता है
So jyoti means prakash,
के ज्ञान,
which means gyan, knowledge.
उसका प्रकाश आंतरिक प्रकाश है, इसके अंदर अंधकार नहीं है, जो पहले कहा था ना, अज्ञानेन आवृतम ज्ञानम।
So Bhagavan had already said that ajnanena avritam jnanam. So this person
क्या है,
who is with antar jyoti, he knows
बड़े अंधकार
what is the purpose of my life.
अज्ञानता इसी बात की है कि हम ये नहीं जानते
In today's society, what is the biggest ignorance? We do not know who we are. What is the purpose of our life? Why are we living?
ये प्राय लोगों को पता नहीं है,
Mostly people are unaware about this. They do not even think about this.
भटकते रहते हैं
So they keep wondering.
कि अंतः ज्योतिरेव, हमारा
So here he is saying,
यानी कि हमारी
Antar Jyoti, there will be internal prakash.
होके
Our vision will not just be focused on the sense objects. Rather, it will be focused on Atma, Paramatma, Bhagavan.
और जिसको जानने से हमको सुख मिलेगा। तो छांदोग्य उपनिषद में एक
Knowing this, we will have Sukha. So in Chandogya Upanishad, there is a statement,
यद अल्पम तद मर्त्यम, कि सुख जो है वो छोटी चीज में नहीं है, जो सबसे बृहद वस्तु
Sukha is not in small things, it is in what is biggest. That is why every person wants to become big. Nobody wants to be small.
पैसे की वृद्धि चाहते हैं,
We want everything big. We want
संबंध भी बढ़ाना,
big property, more wealth,
लेकिन
more relations.
वो भगवान है,
But the biggest person is Bhagavan.
उसी में सुख है।
So the Upanishad says that actual Sukha is in Bhagavan.
ये क्षुद्र चीज
And what is small, that is all temporary.
वस्तु है, इसमें कोई सुख नहीं है।
That is mortal.
ये आत्मा अनात्मा का
So there is no Sukha in that. So this Viveka, the discrimination of Atma and Anatma, that is Antar Jyoti. So this Antar Jyoti, the inner Jyoti, the inner Prakash, meaning understanding what is Atma and what is not Atma, means what is
इसमें भेद
spiritual, what is material, understanding the difference.
दुख की अनुभूति होती है,
And this experience of Sukha and Dukkha, understanding that this is not in my Swarupa.
संघातस् चेतना धृति इति क्षेत्रम सविकारम समासेन। तो समासेन सविकारम उदाहरण, तो ये जो सुख दुख ये सब होती है, ये हमारे आत्मा के अंदर नहीं है, ये बाहर है।
So this experience of Sukha and Dukkha, what we get, it is not in the Atma, it is all external.
उनको चाहिए कि ये मेरे बाहर है.
Even if we see have these problems, we should at least understand that this is not in our swarupa. Then with this understanding, the feeling of suffering or pain will reduce.
हमको उनसे आपको
When we become affected by these external situations, then we should become a witness to that whatever anger, lust I am experiencing, should understand that it is not in me, I am different from this. So if we see this as a witness, then the force of this kama and krodha will reduce.
और अगर
Its
आप
power will subside.
गहरा करेंगे और ये
And then if you deliberate more deeply, and if you practice thinking like this, then you will realize that now these things are not affecting you, because you will realize that this is not in your swarupa, this is out of your swarupa.
जब आपकी ये आंतरिक दृष्टि, अंतर माने आत्मा,
So anta means atma.
आत्मा केंद्रित होगी, ना कि विषय.
When your vision will be focused on atma, not on sense objects, so then this sukha and dukkha that you get from the sense objects, they cannot affect you.
भगवान ने योगी कहा.
Such a person is addressed as yogi by Bhagavan. In the previous verse, Bhagavan said such a person is yukta.
योगी ब्रह्म निर्वाणम ब्रह्म भूतो जिगच्छति. तो उसका फिर आत्यंतिक परिणाम क्या होगा?
So then what will be the atyantik result, the ultimate result? Such a person will attain Brahma Nirvana. He will get moksha, meaning he will
एकदम मुक्त हो जाएगा, सदा
become free from happiness and suffering, from sukha dukkha. This happiness suffering will not trouble him anymore.
जीते हुए जब हम प्राप्त करेंगे उसको ब्रह्म
And when we attain this state while living
न शोचति न कांक्षति
in this life, then such a person is called Brahma Bhut.
पराम. तो ऐसा व्यक्ति जो है वो प्रसन्न आत्मा हो
Such a person, he will be always be happy, prasannatma.
जाए. जीवन का उद्देश्य है
This is the
और इसमें
goal of life, and
अपना समय देना चाहिए,
we should
क्योंकि इससे हम
engage our time in understanding this and following this. Then
जो हम सब चाहते हैं.
we will be benefited. We will get what we want. So we'll stop here. If you have any question, you can ask.
संदीप जी का प्रश्न है, इच्छा संस्कार से आती है, यदि मन युक्त होने की
Question:
प्रक्रिया
desires come from samskara.
को दबाना
If
है या नहीं?
if mind is becoming yukta,
क्रिया में है
that time should we suppress the desires or no?
अगर नहीं दबाएगा
Answer:
रोकना, नहीं तो फिर युक्त कैसे होगा?
so if you do not stop
तो इच्छा से युक्त
those desires, how will you become yukta? Then you will become yukta with with the desire only. Then you keep running after that.
रोकना पड़ेगा.
So you have to stop that.
और किसी का कुछ?
Any other question?
ठीक है, प्रार्थना श्लोक.
नरोत्तम जी का प्रश्न है, मैं
Next question.
सुख और
I was not able to understand the difference between antah sukh and antah aram.
तो सुख तो आप जानते ही हैं.
So answer: you already know what is sukha,
सुख प्राप्त करता है
and human being attains sukha, happiness, where he wants to become situated.
बगीचे में चले जाएं,
Like suppose you go to a garden,
रहते हुए आप स्थित हैं
then
बगीचे में,
being in the garden, you are in the garden, you are situated there, you are experiencing sukha there.
आंतरिक सुख
Similarly, there is internal sukha.
आत्मा में.
धीर ललित जी कृपया अपना प्रश्न पूछें.
Radhe Radhe Babaji, thanks for the wonderful class. My question is, how can we make the distinction between tolerating and suppression? What would be the easiest way to understand the difference and the easiest way to put it into practice? Thank you.
तो उनका प्रश्न है कि किसी वेग को, काम और क्रोध के वेग को सहन करना और उसको दबाना,
how do we differentiate between tolerating and suppressing the urge of kama? So the difference is clear.
दबाने का मतलब क्या है कि आप
Suppressing means you actually want to enjoy that, you want to fulfill that desire, but due to fear
परिस्थिति के कारण
or due to some situation or due to society, you do not fulfill that desire, you try to suppress it. And tolerating means
के ऊपर क्रियान्वित नहीं करते हैं और आप
you do not act on that desire knowing that it is wrong. You do not want to engage in that.
गरे हैं, आप जानते हैं कि ये गलत है,
You know that it is wrong. I do not want to do this.
मुख्य भेद है आपका जो आंतरिक
So this is the main difference.
क्रिया तो बाहर से दोनों में एक जैसी है, तो आप
Action is same only whether you are tolerating or suppressing.
एक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं,
The common point is that you are not acting on that desire, but
दृष्टि से नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक तो मैं कि मैं ये नहीं करना चाहता हूँ,
from by what,
गलत है, मेरे लिए हानिकारक है,
why are you not engaging in that? One is that I know that it is not good for me,
और दूसरा ये है कि
it will become an obstacle on my spiritual progress, and the other is that if I engage in that, I will be punished by society. So that is suppression.
ये आपने बताया कि काम से एक वेग पैदा होती है, तो ये
You said that kama leads to vega,
और ये
force.
चीज मिलती है वो जब कोई व्यक्ति धर्म करता है
So
तो
kama means the desire.
हाँ, इच्छा, काम का मतलब इच्छा।
Yes, kama means ichha, desire.
हो गया। प्रार्थना श्लोक। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपाल नंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर् ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रये भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपाप प्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परम्।